From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Okay, got it. 47. Check, 47. Watch the out, watch the out.
First down, Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Throwing on second and long. Bridgewater.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Marcus Williams. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1 at the 49-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jared Cook. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Forty-seven, Mike.
He's got some space here. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Carolina. Robbie Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point try good by Gano, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run with a former Viking and Raider. It's Latavius Murray. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let him know, let him know.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. On 1st down, Breeze. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Breeze. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Come on, one thing for sure, you know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees, his 2nd touchdown pass here in the opening quarter of this game. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Play fake. Bridgewater going for the deep ball. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Hey, I can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
That's good for the Saints. First down. First and 10 at the
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14. Panthers 7.
Ready? 95, 56, 95, 56, 54. Get ready. Get ready, sir.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 33-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Throwing now is Breeze. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Ready? 95, 56.
First down.
Stop your whining.
First and 10 at the
13.
19-yard line.
5. Mike 58, right?
Breeze now on first down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Drew Brees does it again. 3 first-half touchdown passes for him now. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Check 43.
Now Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Ready.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Night, sweetheart.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lutz's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. McCaffrey. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Let's go. 10-2 stop. 54. Right here, right here. 5.
He's got the 1st down inside the 10. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards. 1st down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the 2nd level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, easy. Hey, get away. Let him. Right there. Hey, exit. Come on, come on.
Brees going to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. From the 27, Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
56. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
From the 40 now on second down. Bridgewater complete to his tight end, Seth DeValve. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. To the right side, and he's got more complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
DJ Moore went through some ups and downs his rookie season, but really came on strong late in the year. Finished with 55 catches, the most among Panthers not named Christian McCaffrey. And now with Devin Funchess gone to Indianapolis, he's going to be the true WR1 for the Panthers.
He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
On second down, Bridgewater again. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ian Thomas as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it can change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Ready.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
I got you, pop. Ready, back.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
But when the highlight is shown of this play, all attention is going to be on the person running with the football. But how about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return, yardage that we won't even account for in the box score, may help them win the game.
And here's a throw that's taken in by the tight end Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Drew Brees turning back the clock. 5 touchdown passes for him on the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10. Their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Here's McCaffrey. Now he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards the pickup there and also a first down. So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 down at the 31. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. It's caught by Davis. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Here's Bridgewater. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Ian Thomas. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Now Bridgewater will lead the troops up to go for 2.
No gain on this defense, no gain.
And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Ready? You ready? Here we go, 21, 21. Here we go, here we go. Hey, one set. Check, right, please.
Throwing on first down is Brees. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The reception good for 7. It's third down. The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That's good for 28 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run with McCaffrey. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down. On play action, it's Bridgewater. He's going to... This is caught inside the 15. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. It was P.J. Williams that time on the tackle.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in the game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check.
On 2nd and 7, Breeze out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
Ready? 54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Hey, easy.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Bridgewater now from the 50. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. after the sack on first down. Bridgewater over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Now Bridgewater on fourth down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport, and the Saints will have the football back. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz, and in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that fourth down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Here's Breeze. And he slings one that's incomplete. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's third down. The Saints on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Get the ball right here. Let's go. Hey, easy. 54, right there. 54. Smooth. Check.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. A third down gain of 19. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Breeze now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brenton, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by the blitz coming, and down he goes. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a run with McCaffrey. Gets it up around the 22, but no further. Did flash the fancy footwork, but not much to show for it. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Bridgewater to throw for it on 4th. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To try again after the sack. Bridgewater. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on rush coming, and he's taken down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Another try after the 1st down sack. Bridgewater, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
We got 4. We got 4. Hey, watch 28.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on 1st. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marcus Davenport make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They go play action. Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. And incomplete here. So that will leave them with 16 on the clock. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. Buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. The decision to go for it on 4th has worked out twice on this drive already. Here we go again on 4th down. Here's Bridgewater. Open man is Anderson. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you've got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Saints are winners here as we